on yet? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello. Well, this morning I want to say good morning, happy January 7, 2026. Today we're going to talk about health. Health. Because health is so important. When you lose it, it is so difficult to get back. And today I want to start talking about health. This morning I'm here having my coffee. And with that, I'm going to also add in my healthy stuff. So let's get right to it, okay? Have you had a good morning already? Let's see how we can just turn this camera around here so you can see what I'm talking about. See if I can figure out how to do this since I've never done it before. How do you flip the camera? There we go. There we go. Right here, I've got my coffee. It's already all set. I've got my shaker bottle. And over here, we have protein. Remember day before yesterday, I was talking about protein. I was talking about collagen. Well, today, this is what we're going to discuss. We're going to have, let's see, it's got 30 grams in here. And get over here, good. 30 grams of protein, 5 grams of collagen peptide. This is per scoop, 1 scoop. So that is wonderful, right? 30 grams of protein and 5 grams of collagen peptides per scoop, and glutamic acid. So wonderful. The protein helps with your lean muscles and helps to support your muscles. The collagen helps to support hydration and elasticity, and that is your PeptiStrong Digizyme. So this right here, and I found this at the Vitamin Shop. See how it tells about the complete protein, the collagen peptides for your skin, and then it also has all the other things for your enhanced muscle growth, which is wonderful, and muscle protein, PeptiStrong muscle proteins. Okay, the ingredients: whey protein concentrate, whey protein isolate. I chose the vanilla. They have vanilla and chocolate in this particular brand. It has some salt, soy, sunflower lecithin, stevia glycosides, vitamin D3. It does not contain gluten, synthetic colors, or flavors. Now, I did find, and it says you mix 1 scoop into 8 to 12 ounces of water or beverage of your choice. I've tried it with water, I've tried it with milk, and today I'm going to try it with coffee. So we're going to see. It says if you're pregnant, nursing, or taking medications, or have any other medical conditions, you need to consult your healthcare provider or talk to the pharmacist to make sure that it's not going to interfere with your medications or your baby. Okay? It is a food supplement. So, let's see. It has 2 grams of fat, 1 gram saturated fat, 50 milligrams of cholesterol, 3 grams of total carbohydrate, 1 gram of sugar, 30 grams of protein, which each person needs at least 80 to 120 grams of protein every day, if not more, depending on how much you exercise and how much muscle capacity and everything. Let's see, you've got vitamin D3 is 13 mcgs, calcium 540 mgs, sodium only 130 mg, so it's very small in the salt area. It's very small in the potassium area at 140 mgs. You need like 1200 potassium every day, so that's quite a bit. And potassium is really good for your muscles as well. Glutamic acid, it's only 5 grams. Bovine collagen peptides is what's in this one. Bovine, I believe that means cow. Then you've got the HMB. You've got the PeptiStrong for your muscles, the protein hydrolysate. And then you've got the enzymes. one scoop, and it says for this big thing contains about 25 servings, so enough for 1 month if you use it one time a day or whatever. But I used it for one scoop with milk and one scoop with water, and I really didn't like it because it was so strong. It had an aftertaste, even though it's the vanilla flavor. To me, it just had an aftertaste and it just didn't really taste very good. So I'm going to try it maybe a half a scoop today. I'm going to try a half a scoop to see if maybe that will go down a scoop today. I'm going to try a half a scoop to see if maybe that will go down on the strength of it, where it won't be so strong, it won't taste so bad. I thought vanilla would taste good, but to me it is just too strong for that whole scoop. So I'm going to weaken it down to about a half a scoop and see if that's not a little better. Yeah, see, I'm going to do a half a scoop today. Where's it at? I can't see it. Half a scoop. I'm going to put it in my shaker bottle. And if I like it like that, then I can always drink 2 cups of coffee with my protein in it. Adding my coffee to my shake. Let's see. Got a screw on the capsule here. Okay. Now I've got the little shaker thing in there, so to mix it up really good. We're trying to see if this is going to work today, if it's going to taste any better or not. I'm hoping it's going to taste better, since I've got my coffee in there and got my cinnamon powder in there. I've got a little bit of sweetener in there. Not a lot, but a little bit. A little bit of milk, but more coffee. Let's see how this is going to taste. I think I've got it stirred up pretty good. Actually, I like that a lot better. I like it a lot better with the coffee. I can drink it a lot easier with the coffee. And with it only being a half a scoop instead of a whole scoop. So much better, so much easier. That is so much better. I love that. That is very good. That is very good. I like that. I like that. I weakened it down to a half a scoop instead of a whole scoop. So it didn't taste so powdery. And then instead of mixing it with water or, let's see, can't really see in there. Let's see. There we go. Instead of mixing it with water or milk alone. Let's see, can't really see in there. Let's see. There we go. Instead of mixing it with water or milk alone, I mixed it with coffee that had milk and cinnamon and a little bit of sweetener. And together, that's made it taste pretty good. I like it like that. And I only used a half a scoop like that instead of a whole scoop. See, they say use a whole scoop, but the whole scoop I just found was too strong. So I'm really thankful to think about using only a half a scoop. A half a scoop. And this has, like I say, it has the protein. It has a little bit of vitamin D in there. It has some calcium in there. It has the collagen peptides. Only 5 grams. So if I'm using half a scoop, that makes it 2.5. It makes it half of whatever it says in here. So I'm only getting 15 grams of protein for a half a scoop instead of the 30 grams. But that's okay, because I'm going to have 2 cups of coffee anyway, so I can just use half and half. Half in this cup of coffee, half in the next cup of coffee, and I still get my 30 grams of protein, and I will get a little bit of potassium. I will also get, with 2 cups of coffee with the half and half each one, I will get my 5 grams of collagen peptides. It will be so much better. And I like it this way. It is not so overpowering that I can't stand to drink it. It is much better. Much, much better. Much better. I like that. I don't have a problem with drinking it now. Before it was like trying to drink something that it was just terrible. I didn't like that. But this right here, like that, is much, much better. Much better, much better, much better. When you're not getting enough protein every day, you need an extra protein supplement. If you're not getting 80 to 100, 120 grams, depending on each person, you need a supplement. You really need it because your muscles need it, especially as you age. As you age, it's even more important to have enough protein for your muscles so they don't deteriorate so fast. It's more important to get enough collagen in your body as you age. It is extremely important for male and female. There is just no other alternative because you just can't eat enough when you get older. Seems you just don't have enough in your body. And it's very good. It's non-GMO, so it doesn't have all the other mess in there. It is gluten-free and it is soy-free. So it's pretty good. This is just what I chose. It was on sale when I got it. I'm thankful. It was buy one, get one. And so it turned out to be, instead of $50 a bottle, I paid $25 a bottle. And that's pretty good. That's not bad. That's a pretty good deal. And for it to last a month, if you use it one time a day, one scoop a day, that'll last a month. If you use 2 scoops a day, well, it'll last half a month. So it's all right, though. If you can use this, it's not necessarily a full, meal replacement, but it is a very big help for your protein, for your muscles, for the things that you need, for everything. It is a very, very big help. And I really like it with the mixed with the coffee this time. Like I say, I tried it with the milk, but I only used one. I used a whole scoop when I did it with the milk. So that right there made it, to me, a little bit less tolerant. So that right there made it, to me, a little bit less tolerant. Okay, there I am. See, I am at the coffee shop having my coffee, and I mixed my coffee with my protein. And now I'm having my protein shake with my coffee and building muscle, because this is going to help to strengthen my muscles, along with the elastin needed for my face and my skin to keep it a little more tight. So obviously I'm lacking in that area and needed it quite a bit. So this is where we're going to start. Whether it's the best thing or not, I don't know. But it's what I've got today, and it's what I'm going to do. It is much, much more tolerable when you mix it with your coffee. After you've already got your coffee the way you like it, it is much, much more tolerable. It tastes lots better. Lots better. It is so good. Because I've got, with my coffee, I made hazelnut coffee with a little bit of classic sweetener. I put a little bit of milk, a little bit of half and half, and of course some cinnamon. Cinnamon in itself has some really, really good properties in it. Cinnamon, I would have put honey, but they didn't have any honey. But honey and cinnamon itself are very, very good for you, especially your local honey. Your local honey has pollens from your local vicinity, which helps with allergies. And if you take a tablespoon of honey every day, then it helps with your allergies if you do the local honey. regular honey is not local, so it makes it a little bit different. But still, honey is good for you. It is a natural sweetener. It is very good for your digestive system. It's very good in many areas of your body. Cinnamon is also not only a flavor, but it's very, very good, especially if you're diabetic. If you can add a tablespoon, if you're an extreme diabetic and you're fighting your diabetes, why don't you try? I'm not a doctor, but I've learned this. This is my education that I have learned personally that has worked for me. So I have learned that when I added a tablespoon of cinnamon powder to my oatmeal, along with my other fixings in there, even if I added sugar, it didn't matter because the cinnamon overpowered the sugar capacity because I used a tablespoon, not a teaspoon, a tablespoon of cinnamon powder. And in that cinnamon powder, it made the diabetes eventually go away. I no longer have it. I no longer have the fatty liver, but I also took milk thistle. I took milk thistle until I didn't have a problem with my liver anymore. And that was very, very good. Milk thistle. Milk thistle is a wonderful thing for your liver. It helps you to naturally repair it, and it also heals. It's a cleanser and a healer. You know, your body was meant to, God designed our bodies to heal itself. That's why he gave us 120 years. That's why he gave us all these different foods, different vegetables, different things to heal itself. Okay? That's why you have the Ayurvedic, I don't know if I said that right, but Ayurvedic ways of doing things naturally. And I find that many of them are very good. They can very much help you. I'm not saying that never go to a doctor, because we do need a doctor. They've gone to school for a lot of years, and they can tell you what's wrong with you the most of the time, maybe not all the time, because there's so many different things that go wrong with us. But they can tell for the most part that they've been to school for, and they are specialized in most areas. So doctors are very, very good in most ways. So you should go to the doctor as well, as long as, and when you're going to the doctor and you're doing your Ayurvedic or your own, trying to heal yourself, get your doctor involved in it. Because if they're watching and seeing that you're getting better, then you will also be helping somebody else. If it's something that they don't know about, you're also helping your doctor to learn to help somebody else. Okay? So if you can help, if your doctors are overseeing, making sure you're still doing all right, doing your blood work, making sure you're doing okay and it's not hurting you even more, then, you know, you should be doing that. Okay? Hi. I hope that you have a great day. I hope you, thank you for joining in. But include your doctor in on your health journey. Okay. Go to the doctor every 3 months. Get your blood work. Make sure that these things that you're taking, these supplements that you're taking, are not having adverse effects on you. Okay. Make sure they're not having adverse effects. So make sure that your blood scores are improving and not getting worse. Okay? That's what you want to do. You want to make sure that your blood scores are getting better, not worse. Okay? It's imperative to keep your doctor informed on the things that you're taking. It's better for you to keep a journal of the things that you're doing, so that you can compare to say, okay, this is what I was doing, and this is either making it better, this is making it worse, and what do I need to change? Okay? You have to be able to know what you've done, how much you've taken. That's why it's best to take a journal. what vitamins you took, what time you took them, how far apart did you take certain vitamins, because not every vitamin you can take at the same time. You have to take 2-3 hours apart. They don't mix like that. That's why it's imperative for you to not just take all these healthy things, but find out how far apart they need to be taken, because everything can't be taken together. When you take things together that are not supposed to be taken, you cause problems within your body, making you have more problems. And you think it's the vitamins. It's not really the vitamins. It's the way you took them. Okay? So that's why it's important to involve the pharmacist and your doctor in trying to get better on your health journey. Okay? So you know what to take and what not to take at certain times. All right? What vitamins to mix, what vitamins you cannot mix, especially with your medication. Anybody who's on medication, you really, really, really have to be very careful on what vitamins or juice that you take with your medications. You cannot take certain things. Just like on people on certain blood pressure medications, they can't take certain juices. I think it's grapefruit juice they can't take. You know, they can love grapefruit juice, but they just obviously can't have it because of their medication. So it is very dependent on keeping your doctor informed, okay, and keeping a journal. The journal is the most important. When you go to your doctor, you take your journal. When you do your blood tests, so you can see what is helping and what is not helping, okay? It's very, very important. And the older you get, it's even more so important. I think most people on Medicare, I think you go every 3 months to the doctor. If you're on Medicare, I think you go every 3 months. So if you're doing that, then you want to take how much you're exercising. You know, you're walking. Are you walking at a slow pace? Do you walk at a medium pace? How do you walk? Are you able to walk? Or are you just sitting in your chair doing exercises? That's okay. You have to start somewhere. If you can sit in your chair and just move your legs and your ankles, move your ankles in let's see, I'm going to show you an exercise that by moving your ankles can help to strengthen your ankles, okay? I'm going to show you in just a minute. Move my boys out of my way. I'm going to show you a strengthening exercise for your muscles, for your ankles, okay, to help you to walk better. All right, here we go. So you're going to do this number only at your ankle. Hold your leg up. All right, here we go. So you're going to do this number only at your ankle. Hold your leg up. Just till it's even, okay? Just till it's even. And twist your ankle. You're putting your ankle in a circle. You're going to go 10 ways that way. And then you're going to turn around and go 10 back the other way. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you're going to do it with the other leg. And what you're doing, you're not only opening up the veins inside your legs. If you have PAD, peripheral artery disease, you're opening up your veins, okay? But you're strengthening your ankles. You are strengthening your ankles. Now you want to do this 3 times at least. We learned this, my grandmother and I learned this from physical therapy. She had to go to physical therapy instead of getting surgery. And this was so much better. And it helped her ankles to get stronger. It opened up the veins in her legs to where she no longer had the pad because your veins are closing in. So she didn't have to worry about that anymore. She was able to start walking. She was barely walking in the beginning. And we used a walker. The treadmill is what we used afterwards when we were there at the physical therapy. So we learned how it increased in her health. It increased in the way she could walk. But you got to remember, when you're walking, you also have to learn to stand up more straight. Your posture makes a huge difference Your shoulders need to be pushed back as far as you can. Even if it's uncomfortable, after a while, you will start to be able to do them at a better pace. Your back will start to feel better. Okay? See? You do that 3 times. And it strengthens your ankles. It opens up the veins in your legs for your arteries. So you no longer have pad. Hi, welcome in. So glad to see you. But you no longer have issues like that. It gradually will increase your health and make you better. Okay? And if you can just sit to do the little exercises like I showed you, one step at a time. Don't overdo it. If you start hurting, that's too much. Okay? When you start to hurt, you need to stop. That's too much. All right? You pick it up again in a couple of hours. Don't do too much, because you'll make things worse. You don't want to make it worse. I had to stop because it made my legs hurt. Okay? It makes it worse. You don't want to make it worse. You want to make it better. And the only way you can make it better is a little at a time. Well, they say slow and steady wins the race, right? The turtle wins the race over the hare. Why? Because slow and steady wins the race. You try too fast, you try too hard, you burn out. You do a little every day, and you build upon the day before. So if you could do 20 today at different times, then you do 20 again tomorrow and 20 all week. And then next week, you work on seeing if you can increase to 30. And if you can't, well, you just keep it at 20 until you can increase to 30. Okay? And then there's other different exercises. There's other exercises you can do. Come here, please. Get over here. Thank you. You can lift your arms. Okay? Lift your arms. And you're stretching your muscles. Touch all the way to the top. Stretch as far as you can stretch. You're pulling the muscles in your back. All right? You're pulling the muscles. You're stretching them. You're giving them room to breathe. Breathe and to release the tension in your muscles. All right? And we're going to put our arms back down slowly, 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 all the way back down to our sides. Now, I am sitting for these exercises, so you can too. All right? Sit down for your exercises, okay? It will make you feel better. All right? Straighten your back. Straighten your back. Pull your shoulders back. Put your arms back up. Do one more time. We're going to do this to count of 10. All the way up. There we go. Touch our hands. Touch our hands. Stretch, stretch, stretch. There we go. There we go. And we're going to release. Slowly, slowly, slowly. We're keeping our posture up straight. We are keeping our posture up straight. Okay. Inhale. Let's go up again. Slowly, slowly, slowly. We are increasing our oxygen. We are increasing in our muscle capacity. We are stretching. We are releasing the tightness. Yes, we are. We are releasing the tightness in our muscles. Thank you, Lord God. And we are gaining strength in our muscles, okay? Yes, we are, because we are going to live healthier. We are going to do better. We're going to be better, healthier. Here we go. Up again. This makes number 4. And back down. Number 5. We're stretching the muscles in our back. And we're feeling it up in our shoulders. We're keeping our posture straight, our shoulders back. Release. There we go. There we go. We're getting it going now. Number 6. Sit down, please. My dogs want to join in on this. They want to be in my lap while I do this. No, no, no. No, sit down, please. It's not your turn. All right, number 7. and release. Number 8, and back down. No, sir, sit down, please, sit down. Number 9, and we've got one more. One more. Thank you, Lord. There we go. That's number 10. We have kept our back straight. We've kept our shoulders back. And now we feel it in our shoulders and our back. They are tired. They are wore out a little bit. It's time to rest, okay? Yes, we did our ankles. We strengthened our ankles. And we opened up our veins and our legs for the pad, peripheral artery disease, the arteries. We are going to continue to do this every day because we are opening up our arteries. We are not going to have surgery, okay? I learned it from a physical therapist when we were taking my grandmother, and that's how we were doing it, okay? These exercises I'm teaching you are the ones that I have shown in my physical therapy. Quiet, please. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Quiet, please. But anyways, these were learned about physical therapy that my grandmother took. She and I went together. So this is for educational purposes. I am not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. But this is what worked for her, and it's going to work for me, and it's going to work for you. Okay? Right now, I'm using a cane to walk because it's very difficult to walk. And if I don't have my cane walking, then I have to be leaning on something else to walk because it's very difficult to walk. But I'm trying to strengthen my muscles, and I want you to strengthen your muscles, strengthen your back, strengthen our posture. Our posture is so important, okay? I'm going to increase in health, and you're going to increase in health because we're going to do this together, okay? Yes, we are doing this together. We are learning, we are increasing in wisdom and stature and favor with God and with men. We are being healed from the top of our head to the soles of our feet. By His word, by His grace, by His mercy, by His blood, by His stripes, we are healed in Jesus' name. He said if we do our part, He'll do His part. So our part is learning how to do the exercises that we need to exercise and to live right, to take the vitamins that we need, to see the doctor when we need to see the doctor, to do all the things that we can do on this earth to make ourselves healthy and not just depend on God to fix it. Because He said, don't just depend on me. He wants you to do your part. Your part is eating right. Your part is eating healthier. Your part is exercising. Your part is fasting when it needs to be fasted. If you have cancer or any other disease in your bowels or anywhere else, you need to start fasting. Fasting gives your body time to heal in some areas. We'll discuss that another time, okay? I'll make a specific video on just fasting because it is also very important. You can start by fasting just in a meal and replacing it with maybe a shake or maybe a cup of broth. A cup of warm broth would be better, okay? A cup of warm broth because broth has so much good nutrients in there, especially chicken broth. But beef broth is my favorite, so that's what I choose. But whatever you choose, a good cup of broth once a day is very, very good and very beneficial for you, okay? Let me get another drink of my coffee here. My coffee along with my added protein here. It tastes so good. I'm so blessed by it. I'm glad that I chose to add it into my coffee today. I am so glad that I chose to only add a half of a scoop instead of a whole scoop, because that whole scoop was just too overpowering for me. It was just too overpowering for the whole scoop. The flavor, I didn't like it. It tasted too powdery. I didn't like it. So, but this right here is very tolerable. I like it like this. I can drink it like this. It's easier to drink. Much easier. So that in itself is going to make a huge difference. And also, I want to tell you about those ankle exercises. They also increase your blood flow. Along with those stretches we just did, that increases your blood flow through your body, okay? It increases your blood flow, which is what everybody needs, increase the blood flow. And as you're older, you really need it, okay? Especially the ones who are more sedentary. They don't exercise enough. This is a good way to get started back exercising. If you're overweight and you just can't exercise enough, if you're in bad health and you just can't exercise enough, this is a way to get started, okay? This is a way to get started. It just doesn't take but 20 minutes of your morning, 20 minutes of your evening. Try to do it in the morning, try to do it in the evening. Whatever works for you, middle of the day. Whatever works for you. Okay? I find if you can do it in the morning, it's so much easier because you've had rest from the night before and it doesn't interfere as much. Like if you've already been walking enough or doing things all through the day, then it takes out a lot more energy to get these done. It makes it a lot harder to do it, okay? So if you can get started with it in the morning, it is so much better for you. All right? It's so much better. So let's continue on our journey to get healthier. All right? Would you like that? I would like that. I am looking forward to getting healthier, one day at a time, one step at a time. And it is a long process. Also, I take my multivitamins. I have little gummies that I take. I'm not endorsing any certain products. These are just what I take. I like the gummies because I don't have to swallow them. I don't have to have water with them. I don't have to drink them with anything. I hate pills to begin with. And then I also take a vitamin C supplement. There's something about vitamin C I learned a long time ago, which I wished I would have learned before I lost my teeth. When you get a severe loss in vitamin C in your body, it not only affects your bones, it affects your teeth. It's not just calcium in your teeth. It's not just calcium in your body. Vitamin C. Vitamin C is so important. Vitamin C. Vitamin C. Be careful the vitamin C you take. I like to take the liposomal, which is a liquid, because a liposomal not only sticks in your body faster, because vitamin C is water soluble. It's not fat soluble, it is water soluble. So the more you drink, the more it flushes out of your system. So if you take it right now, you take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C right now, the more you drink, the faster it goes out of your body. If you take the liposomal is a 24-hour vitamin C right now, the more you drink, the faster it goes out of your body. If you take the liposomal is a 24-hour, so it doesn't flush out as fast, okay? It goes into your blood system, it goes into your system, and it lasts 24 hours. And I've learned that many of the doctors that deal with people with cancer and stuff also tell them to take the liposomal, the 24-hour vitamin C. A lot of times it comes in a gel pack, which to me the gel pack was nasty. You add that into your juice, your water, whatever. But to me the gel stuff was nasty. The pack was nasty. You add that into your juice, your water, whatever. But to me the gel stuff was nasty. So I like the liquid. I add it with an orange juice or with a water, and it is a lot more palatable to take. Okay? And it lasts, the liposomal is what lasted 24 hours. Other than that, you can take your vitamin C 3 times a day. Okay, take your a 500 milligram or 1,000 milligram in the morning, 1,000 at noon, and 1,000 in the evening. It's not going to hurt you. You can take up to 1,000 grams a day, whatever it is, until the only side effect of the vitamin C is if you take too much for your body, it will cause you diarrhea. Okay, that's the side effect if you take too much. So if you take 3,000 in a day, you're okay. You take 10,000 units in a day, grams, it might cause you diarrhea, it might cause you loose stools or something. But if you take 50,000, it may cause you diarrhea. All right? So it's dependent upon your system. Most systems can handle between 10 and 20,000 with no problem. No problem whatsoever, because most systems can handle between 10 and 20,000 with no problem. No problem whatsoever, because most of us are deficient in the vitamin C category. The vitamin C is not only healthy for your bones, for your teeth, but for your skin, for your immune system, and so many healthy for your bones, for your teeth, but for your skin, for your immune system, in so many areas. Vitamin C. All right? Vitamin C. Another good healthy vitamin for you that is 6 times or 6,000 times, I forget, more potent than vitamin C is called astaxanthin. 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 It is much more stronger than vitamin C. And it's a really small little capsule. Very small. And it's very good for you if you take one a day along with your vitamin C. Okay? So you're enhancing that. And when you take your vitamin C, I believe you should be taking your vitamin D with it. I think that is what, I can't remember for sure, but I think that's what also helps it to absorb into your system. The vitamin D helps absorb the vitamin C into your protein powder. It has a vitamin D in it, so it helps to absorb it into your body a little more. So some things are not good to be taken by themselves. And we can study more about our vitamins. We can talk to our doctor more about our vitamins. Good to be taken by themselves. And we can study more about our vitamins. We can talk to our doctor more about our vitamins, our family practitioner. We can ask them what they recommend, because they do have recommendations on different products that they think are better for you. You can talk to your health store. Your health store will also have recommendations on what they think would be best. But also, don't forget to take your, also have recommendations on what they think would be best. But also, don't forget to take your complete blood panel. Take your complete blood panel at your family doctor. Ask them for it, so that, and your doctor and the pharmacist and the health food store together can all help you to get. And the pharmacist and the health food store together can all help you to get healthier by taking the right supplements at the right time. And then you add your exercises in on that, okay? All help you to get healthier by taking the right supplements at the right time. And then you add your exercises in on that, okay? That's how we're going to make ourselves healthier and better. All right? Let's talk to our family practitioner. We are going to ask him or her to do a full blood workup. Okay? You want to get a full blood workup, full blood panel workup, so that you'll know where your deficiencies are, where you're starting to get deficiencies, and where you have too much in other categories, okay? Because it's very important to learn what's going downhill, what's going too far uphill. Because if it's not in the middle, then it's still no good. Whether it's too far up or too far down, it's just as bad. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's too bad. It needs to be in the middle somewhere. So that's why it's important for you to get your blood work up, to sit down with your doctor for the 15 or 20 minutes and get this done, get their advice and their, to sit down with your doctor for the 15 or 20 minutes and get this done, get their advice and their opinions, because they are professionals. They have gone to school for 7-10 years to learn these things, and they will be able to help you. Okay? School for 7-10 years to learn these things, and they will be able to help you. Okay? They will be able to help you. Make sure you take a journal, that you journal everything you eat, the time you eat it, the time you take it, the calories, your fat, your liquid intake. It is very, very, very important. They say you need 8 glasses of water. It doesn't matter if it's 8 glasses of water. You need 8 glasses of liquid, okay? Liquid, because your body is liquid. If you don't have enough liquids in your body, you dehydrate. It doesn't matter if it's 8 cups of soda. The bad thing about the soda is it's going to be too much sugar, too much caffeine in your body. So there is going to be a downfall of that. However, your body's not going to be dehydrating because of the lack of liquid. There is going to be a downfall of that. However, your body's not going to be dehydrating because of the lack of liquid. There is still a difference. If you drink too much water at one time, it weakens your blood down too fast and it can kill you. So you don't want to drink too much of anything at any time. Okay? It can be detrimental to you at any time. Okay? It can be detrimental to your health. The Bible tells us if we're a glutton, that is a sin. A glutton means if we too much of anything is a bad thing. A glutton is a sin. If it's not here once there, here and there, occasional thing. It's a continual thing. All right? A continual glutton is a bad thing. It's a continual is a bad thing. It's a continual overdose of anything is bad. A continual overdose of food is bad. A continual overdose of drugs is bad. A continual overdose of alcohol is bad. A continual overdose of caffeine, of cigarettes, of anything is bad. Okay, even too much music at sometimes, or too much religion can also be bad. Too much of any one thing can be bad for you. That's the problem. That's why he said a glutton, it is a sin. Okay? You can eat, you can overeat at times, you can overdrink at times, you can overdo at times, occasionally, just not all the time. He knows we're human. He knows we love things. We love our food, right? We love our buffets, right? He knows we're human. He knows we love things. We love our food, right? We love our buffets, right? I love my buffet. I love it. Especially Chinese food or good home cooking. Those are the best. All right? And God knows that. He knows we love our food. He knows we love to have a little bit of drink here and there. Some of us like to drink milk all the time. Some of us like to drink soda all the time. Some of us coffee all the time. Some of us alcohol all the time. Or too much of any one thing. It doesn't matter. It's all the same, right? Too much of anything is a bad thing. Too much coffee is a bad thing. Too much milk is a bad thing. Too much water is a bad thing. Too much alcohol is a bad thing. You have to learn your balance. Life is about balance. If you find yourself drinking or eating too much of any one thing or taking too many vitamins or this or that, Learn where your balance is. Make a chart. Journal it, make a chart, and see, kind of like you do your finances. You see where you spend all your money. See where how much you eat in a day of this or that. See how much in a week do you eat of this or that, or drink this or that. See where you're going above the average, okay? See where you're going above the average. If you're having 10 drinks every week, that's averages what? 1.5 a day? That's not so bad. If you're having 50 drinks a week, well, that's averaging more than 8 per day. I think that's a little obsessive of alcohol. I would think so. You know, God told us that it was okay to have alcohol. He even made wine. He said wine is good for your blood. It has antioxidants in the berries that were made, they were fermented, and it was even good. But it's not meant for you to overdo it. From what I've understood, and it was even good. But it's not meant for you to overdo it. From what I've understood, I've heard that if you take two cups of wine a day, I heard it's very good for your blood. 2 cups is not bad. That's not overdoing it. It's relaxing. I've never been able to drink it, but I've never liked it. But I've heard it's very good for some people. And maybe I've heard it's very good for some people. And maybe you could try it. Maybe it would be good for you. Either way, set your boundaries, set your goals, see what you would like to accomplish throughout a week. What do you think would be healthy for you? What do you want to do? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to get healthier? Do you want your bones to be stronger? Do you want your muscles to be stronger? Or you just want to, above all, your whole body just increase in health? I pray you want your whole body to increase. You will, if you take the proper steps, because it's not just in God's hands, it's in your hands. You have control. You have control over what you eat, what you drink. It's in your hands. You have control. You have control over what you eat, what you drink, how you exercise. You have control over it. Nobody else has control over it. You do. How you exercise. You have control over it. Nobody else has control over it. You do. You set the priority for yourself. If you choose to exercise, you can't exercise by getting up and walking, then sit in your chair and do your little exercise until you're able to do a little more walking. If you need to walk with a walker, walk around your house 10 times. Say, I'm going to make 10 laps around my house, or 5 times. Whatever. If you can only make it 3 times up and down the hallway, then so be it. 3 times is better than no times. My grandmother and I, before, when she couldn't hardly walk, we used to walk her 3 times. And then she was out of breath, but it was helping to get more oxygen in. 3 times. And then she was out of breath, but it was helping to get more oxygen into her lungs. It was giving her strength. It was increasing the muscle in her legs and her body, and it was producing blood flow through her body. It was giving her strength. It was increasing the muscle in her legs and her body, and it was producing blood flow through her body. Okay? It was blood flow. We need the oxygen in our muscles, in our blood, in every area of our life. And without walking, we don't get enough exercise. We don't get enough oxygen in our body. You have to figure out how to do that, okay? At a time. It'll be all right. Don't forget to talk to your doctor. I hope this helps, and I look forward to it. Don't forget to talk to your doctor. I hope this helps, and I look forward to seeing you again. I look forward to seeing you again. Let's have coffee again, okay? Coffee, exercise, and our supplement powder, our extra protein and vitamins, and our collagen peptides, okay? What a wonderful day to start with. To God be the glory. Let's get healthier together. I don't know how. I'm not sure how to turn this off.